Mason Tomaino, you're on.
Thank you, Barry. It means a lot coming from you. Barry and I go way back to '94, when I took my very first IICRC class at Steamway.
He looks the same.
Barry and I are really close. He's a friend, he's a mentor, and he's the reason I became the cleaner that I am today. I approached Barry around 6-8 months ago, earlier this year, and I told Barry, let's shave my beard for cancer. And overwhelming, all you guys have supported us so much, and we're going to fight it. Thank you, Barry. Guys, my topic or subject is hard work taking care of customers' payoff. I don't know anyone who does more than this than me. And if you take care of a customer, they'll follow you for life. So how to keep a customer for life? I'm going to do a case study of Ed Doss, Dallas carpet repair. He bought a truck mount from me. Sorry to do that. So when he bought a truck mount, he didn't know how to get carpet cleaning work. He was a very good carpet repairman, had a lot of work. So we went out and door knocked. One of the first places we stopped was a real estate office called Keller Williams. At this office, I handed some business cards, and I go, can we come and see you sometime and talk to the realtor? She goes, yeah, you can buy them lunch. We have 130 of them in a couple weeks. So I said, okay. Ed's a big guy, if you guys know that. Size 16 foot. So he looked down and goes, like rolls. And she goes, no, like lunch. I go, okay, we'll do it. And he walks outside, fighting with me the whole way to the truck. He goes, Mason, I'm not going to spend $1,000 on lunch for him. And I said, don't worry, I'll take care of it. He goes, you're going to write me a check. I go, trust me, I'm going to take care of it. We jumped in the truck, we drove around the corner. The first place I told him to stop, I said, stop here. We went in and door knocked a restaurant. I said, is there a manager here? The general manager came up. I said, I'd like to clean your carpet and tile for free. In exchange for 130 realtors lunch. The very next office in the same parking lot was a home entertainment center where they mount TVs on the walls and speakers in the ceiling. I walked in and right away, like Dion, made an impact. First thing I did is went, here, I sell meat from the truck. Do you want any? And he goes, no, I'm vegetarian. I go, it's okay. I have salad. It's a little brown. He just looked at me, looked at the card, didn't understand. And I told him what I wanted to do is show my client that just bought a truck now how easy it is to impact and meet people and get work. That guy hired Ed and gave him $600 of work. That's how you make a customer for life. That's me at 6 years old. A lot of things I've never told anyone, unless you were my childhood friend. I did not talk until I was 6 years old. I had a speech problem. A lot of you thinking I'm making up for lost times. My dad sold shoes. He sold cars. And much like Tiger Woods as a child was groomed to play golf, I was groomed to sell. In the morning, as we had breakfast in the kitchen in the nook area, my mom had a whiteboard. And every morning, she'd write a sales terminology. And what I remember most is the sales sandwich. And she said a sales sandwich is positive as the bread, negative as the meat, positive as the bread. She said this is an example if you sold Corvettes. You'd say it looks beautiful. She said, then you would say you can't look good getting in or out of one. You guys have tried it and know what I mean. Then she'd come back and say, compare to any other luxury sports car, You can't beat the price point. I've lived my whole life by the sales sandwich. And recently I've had a problem with it. This is my very first ever speaking in public. And I was like, there's something wrong with the meat. The meat of the bone is the profit. Why is the meat negative? And I came up with a conclusion. Honesty. With honesty, you will win your customers over. They'll see you. They'll never sway. That's a sales sandwich. Let's speed it up. I'm 19 years old in college. I met my wife, Sheila. We got married. We had kids. Found myself in a position to drop out of college and had to go to work full time. I went and applied at the Cruz Cathedral. It's in Garden Grove, California. 10,661 panes of glass. They hired me as a maintenance man. I was so excited. So I went to Sears and I bought a toolbox. And in that toolbox, I put my tools, and the next day I showed up to work. I was all happy, proud, I was going to fix things. When I showed up, my supervisor said, "Hey, take your lunchbox and put it in your locker." I said, "It's not my lunchbox, it's my toolbox." So I put it in my locker. I turned around and he pushed me a janitor cart. I said, "Hey, I thought we were going to fix things." He goes, "Go take this cart and go fix the bathrooms." Had a family. Was not afraid of hard work. I was going to support it. So I went there and cleaned those bathrooms. 2 hours later, went and found the supervisor. I chased him down and I said, "Hey, I'm done with the bathrooms." And he goes, "Okay, go vacuum the church." I went and vacuumed that church. 4 hours later, came up to him again. I said, "I'm done." And he goes, "Mason, it's 5 more days until Sunday. Take it easy, go get lost." I believe in hard work. And I kept on doing that. Every 6 months I got promoted to lead man to supervisor. As a supervisor, we had this storage closet. Much as a lot of us have that closet. It was a big old mess. It was unorganized. We had tables and chairs like here for banquets and weddings. So I organized that closet. On Saturday, on my day off, I went to Home Depot. Spent $180 in wood. 2x4s and plywood. I moved everything out. I Hilti gunned the 2x4s to the floor. So when the tables were against the wall, they wouldn't slide. I organized that. Put systems in place. On Monday, the CEO of the company came in and he said, "Mason, where did you get the purchase order?" I said, "I didn't get a purchase order. I paid cash. I just knew it needed to be done." He said, "Give me that receipt." He paid me for that. 3 weeks later, he promoted me to housekeeping and utilities manager. Had 62 co-workers at 23 years old. We were teammates. There was no I in team. We worked together. Aliva, I remember him most. He came from America Samoa. And he wanted to buy a pickup truck, Ford Ranger, for $2,000 to ship it back. He had to work another 3 months to make $2,000 to ship it back because freight to ship it back was that much. He had a 7th kid, a boy. He named him Mason. What an honor. I think he ran out of names. A few months later, we had a water damage. Little area, an office flooded. Called my friend Paul Wilcox up. He came out and deflooded it, handed me a $900 bill. I went home that night. I told Sheila, "We're starting a carpet cleaning business." So that's how I got into business. In '94, March the 2nd was my very first job. I had a Century 400 portable. Carried it up 3 flights of stairs, number 307. I'll never forget this. Carried a buffer, bought from a pawn shop, 3 flights of stairs. I knocked on that door. I said, "Hey, I'm here to clean your carpet." She goes, "You're at the wrong unit." I go, "You're 307, right?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm 307. She goes, "But what tower?" 307B? She goes, "I'm Tower 8. The identical building's right next door." Guys, I found out at that age, hard work alone was not going to do it. I needed 3 things in my life to build a successful company. I needed a mission, I needed a goal, and I needed systems. I implemented all those. I door knocked 100 to 150 doors a day to support my family. I found out when you door knock, don't door knock in bad neighborhood. They have lock screen doors. So I ended up in Huntington Beach, California, where they don't even have air conditioning. All the windows are open. And I got 3 to 4 jobs a day. And then 6 months later, I went over to Steamway and bought my very first truck. Now, I was so excited that night when I got home, I went to the grocery store around the corner just to start it. Everyone at Steamway called me Boy Wonder. And I said, "Why are you calling me Boy Wonder?" And they're like, "I've been in business 10 years, and you have more work than me. What's your secret?" I said, "You just have to go get it." That name, Boy Wonder, has stuck with me even today. Every time I go on a business trip, my wife writes me a love note. Boy Wonder. Knock it out. I love you. There's some more, but I can't read that. Guys, there's many types of customers. But I want to talk about 3 types of customers. There's an internal customer. I went to a job, 8:30 in the morning, knocked on the door. Big biker guy came to the door. I said, "I'm here to clean your carpet." He goes, "No, you're not." He slams the door in my face. I knocked again. I said, "Sir, maybe your wife did." He goes, "No, she didn't." He slams the door in my face again. I knew it wasn't good to knock on it the 3rd time. So I went to my van. I picked up a brick cell phone from Radio Shack at 78 cents a minute. I called my wife. I said, "Honey, he won't let me in." She goes, "Are you sorry? We fought the night before." I said, "Yeah, honey, I'm sorry." She goes, "Here's the right address. It's 8 blocks away." Yeah. The second type of customer is the broken customer. And the broken customer, yeah, it wasn't funny at the time. The second type of the customer is the broken customer. This is when something goes wrong with that customer and you cannot fix it. You mail them candy. We would mail them C's candy. And it would say, "This is for the bad taste we left in your mouth." This works, guys. We wrecked the couch. 6 months later, he called me again to clean for him. I said, "We're not cleaning that couch." It works. All right, we need to talk about restoration, because that's the reason I got into this business. Restoration, guys, all of you, I need you to implement this. It's the thank you customer. I need you guys, after you do every water damage, to mail them flowers. And on that, we didn't gain a customer, we gained a friend. Thank you. Every one of my employees would sign that. Guys, I want to give you a gift. Everyone wonders, how do I do it? What is my superpowers? I'm going to give you guys all my superpowers today. For the first time ever, I've never told anyone this. I'm going to give it to you. superpowers. Lit. I lit it up. What is lit? Loyalty, integrity, and trust. With all three of these, you will never fail. Never fail. Customer will follow you for life, and they have to this day. But remember, with all superpowers, they can be taken away. And your kryptonite is lies. Guys, you lie to your customer, you lie to your coworkers, you lie to your friends, your wife. They're gone. Be true. Be real. This is how you make a customer for life. Guys, I want to talk about social media. It's here. The old days of cutting someone off on the freeway and not thinking it's going to be known, it's gone. It's on Facebook, it's on Google, it's on reviews. We have to embrace it. A little over a year ago, I created a network called Mason's Network on Facebook. We have 4,700 members for free to help the carpet cleaners and the restorers. And I tell you, we're in other countries, we couldn't do it without social media. Guys, I want to show you something right now. Every one of you guys, can you show me you ringing a doorbell? Everyone, come on guys, don't be shy. Ringing a doorbell, right? The millenniums, 9 out of 10 of them ring a doorbell with their thumb. They're used to texting. So we need to embrace that and be aware of that that's coming in. It's not going to change. But social media is huge. And we need to embrace it. Much like myself and Tiger Woods was groomed as a young man, I'm grooming my son to be a cleaner. He loves it. He's proud of me. He's proud of this industry. This melts my heart. Guys, at 6 years old, I never imagined I would be up here today. I want to thank you guys all. Being up here means the world. Knowing I can prove to my kids that I can do it. There is a couple things I just want to go over. Is when you get your customers, so my topic is hard work taking care of customers pays off. When you get that customer, embrace them, or someone else will. And that's one thing I'm really strong about. I don't look at my customers as a number. They are my friends. I believe people buy from me because they buy from Mason. But honestly, it doesn't hurt working at the best place too. So thank you, Papa Nick, jon-don rocks. Amen. I surround myself with good people. Negative people, you got to stay away from. Glass half full. You are what you eat. I think I'm a steak. But this moment today to be out here in front of all you guys, having this second, means a lot. Thank you.
Great job, Mason. Our judges. Stop it.
Mason, thank you. Obviously, you do carry a lot of, what do we call it, savvy of the industry, and you put a great presence out there, not just today, but I mean, in everything you do. And so your speech today really came from the heart, and I appreciate that. One of the things they've asked us not to do is ask questions that create too much dialogue with it, because you and I could probably have a conversation for an hour are. But how many of those windows did you have to clean at Crystal Cathedral?
All up to 8 to 10 feet high.
Okay, I was wondering if OSHA
we have
was on.
trained for the rest.
Okay, well, you know, when you said that your first day of the work, I thought, oh my God, you got to clean all those windows. But your wrap up was good. I appreciate you coming back to the main theme in your speech today. And that's an important part of helping us to really grasp your concept. You stayed on task, and I mean, you took us through an emotional roller coaster, and I thank you. And I appreciate your familyness. I mean, that really comes through in who you are and your presentation today as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. It was a very captivating story, really held our attention, which was great. I would say your content and value and innovation was amazing. It was wonderful, and you really brought some good tips to the table. And I think the biggest takeaway is embrace your customer. Someone else is your customer. I took from that, your customer is never a nuisance. They're your livelihood. They're the reason why you have a business. And that was really, really nice to hear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just going to keep it pretty quick. So the thing that I really appreciated is the fact that you showed that there's honor in this industry and that you should be proud of what you do. What we do in this industry, and I like to pick on sports, is so much more important than who can hit a ball or who can throw a touchdown. And so, you know, thanks for reminding us of how honorable that is and the way that you're making this a legacy for even into your kids and into the next generation. The other thing is, I like the fact that you built that up with stories. You know, stories of your life, stories of the life of others, and stories of the way that you've been able to help transform other people's business by making them think differently about what we do. So anyway, enjoyed the whole thing, inspirational, motivational, rocket.
Thank you.